The materials needed to cut and trim the drip ramp Cabinet Hero will be a cutting device, either pruning shears, which are the easiest, or an X-Acto knife with a cutting surface. And then you'll also need a marking device. We prefer dry erase or masking tape. And then you could also use measuring tape to measure your cabinets exactly. Alright, so to size up and mark your Cabinet Hero drip ramp, just place it on top of the desired cabinet door or drawer front. Make sure one end is flush on the side, and the other end that overhangs, use dry erase marker and make a few dotted lines along the sides and the top, as well as the drip ramp itself, and one on the bottom. And you'll use these dotted lines as a guide for when you cut. Alright, now that we have marked the appropriate length of our cabinet door on our Cabinet Hero drip ramp, we're going to take our pair of pruning shears and cut the excess. So first we're going to cut each leg individually. You take the sharp end of your pruning shears and you're going to line them up with your marks on the outside of your drip ramp leg, and you just cut down in smooth motion, just like that. Have that incision, and we go to the other side, and we're going to take the sharp end again on the outside, line them up with our marks, cut down in smooth motion. Now we have both of the legs cut, and you simply just, with the drip ramp facing away from you, again take the sharp end of the pruning shears, insert them into the cuts you've made on the legs, and then you simply just cut down again in one smooth motion, and you're left with a nice clean cut. If you have any markings left from your dry erase marker, you can simply swipe them off with your fingers. If you used a permanent marker, you can use the alcohol to remove those. And this is ready to be placed on your cabinet. Now that your Cabinet Hero drip ramp is cut to size, just place it on the cabinet door, and it's protected. Another way to mark your Cabinet Hero for trimming is using a measuring tape. Simply determine the length of the top. This one is 15 7/8 inch, and then we transfer that onto the protector. Okay, now that we've measured the length of our cabinet door, we're going to use our measuring tape and mark our drip ramp protector. Just going to line up one edge, and then I'll make a dotted line on the protector at our marks. We're at 15 7/8 for this drawer. Make a few there, make a few on each edge, just to make sure you got it around the side. And this ramp, make some on this side. And then we'll make one more on the top, just so we make sure we got it all lined up. One more right there. You can go back, fill in the empty spaces. Now we have a nice guide to cut along. If you don't have a dry erase marker, you can use any permanent marker and do like you normally would, simply mark the length of your cabinet. Let's make a few here demonstration. So this is our length. And after you cut, this won't rub up with your fingers, but if you have any isopropyl alcohol, just use a rag or paper towel, put a little alcohol on there like this, and if you see the lines there, you can just wipe them off and come off nice and clean. Alright, so now we're going to cut our Cabinet Hero drip ramp with our utility knife. So first we're going to make sure you have a nice cutting surface. Here we have a cutting board, and then you're going to want to make sure you have marked the appropriate length of your cabinet door onto your protector. And the first step is to take your utility knife. You're going to make sure you have a fresh, clean, sharp blade on here. And you're going to score the top edge that you've marked of the protector, like so. Go back and forth a couple times, and we're just making a score line here. So we score that, and I flip it upside down on the flat edge. We're going to cut the rear leg first. So a key tip is if you use the edge of a table, you can grip onto the utility knife a little bit better and push all the way down. So we're going to pull this to the edge, line up our markings with our knife, and then the smooth motion, firmly press straight down all the way you can. You want to get this down as close to the bottom as you can. Great, so now I have this nice line, as you can see there. I'm going to turn it around, place it on the back leg flat edge, and we'll just make a small incision onto the flexible ramp here, just like so. This is really soft, so it cuts smoothly, just like that. Once you've cut the ramp, you're going to cut the front leg. So you just line up with your markings. And again, I'm going to go to the edge of the table. It's a little bit easier for me. And I'm going to press down firmly, and smooth motion goes straight down, just like that. And you go all the way down as close as you can. Now we're going to go and show you the incisions we've made, just like this. And then this is the part we want to keep. So we're going to bend the top away, just like that, at a 90-degree angle. And then we're going to put it back on its flat edge. So with this bent at this 90-degree angle, we're going to come down with the knife right at the 45 to the piece you want to keep. So we're going to look straight down, make sure we're lined up just right. We're going to push straight down from the 45-degree angle, right towards the edge. So now we've cut the edge of our drip ramp. If there's a little bit you don't like, you can come back in, always cut away from you, and you can just come in and clean anything up you want here. Any pieces that don't look to your liking, just clean them up like that. Beautiful. And I'm pretty satisfied with this. This is ready to go right on my cabinet. Now that your Cabinet Hero drip ramp's cut to size, just place it back on and your cabinet's protected. Okay, to size up and mark your Cabinet Hero drip ramp that's black or colored, just place it on top of the cabinet edge. Make sure it's flush on one side. Then you can use a piece of masking tape to mark the end of the cabinet to where to cut. So you just simply line it up with the edge, make sure it's straight, line it on the back edge, and just remove it, and you can complete, make sure it's nice and straight. So now this is the line you will cut across. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and trim our black Cabinet Hero drip ramp that we have already marked to the length of our cabinet door with masking tape, and we're going to cut it with the pruning shears. So we're going to go ahead and we marked it up to this first line on the masking tape. We take the sharp edge of our pruning shears on the outside of the protector, line it up to your masking tape, and just cut down smoothly, just like that. Make that incision. Turn it around to the back, line it up with your masking tape again. Kind of have to push on it a little bit to get it lined up, just like that. Smooth cut. And now you can see we have that cut right there. Now with the drip ramp facing away from you, take the sharp end of your pruning shears, insert them into those cuts you've made already, and we're going to smoothly just make one final cut, and you have a perfectly cut drip ramp ready to be placed on your cabinet door. Now that your drip ramp's cut to size, just place it back on the cabinet door, and it's protected from daily use. If you encounter the issue when opening your cabinet door, the drip ramp bends in contact with another cabinet, You can simply just trim around this area with a pair of scissors to ensure that this doesn't happen. To fix this issue, simply round off the edge that is in contact with the cabinet door with a pair of scissors. Just like that. Now the drip ramp does not contact the other door and it can move freely. If you have cabinet bumpers on your cabinets that won't allow your Cabinet Hero to go on, you can simply just remove them, place your Cabinet Hero on, and place them on the back of your Cabinet Hero.
Hi, my name is Frank Garrido, and I am the founder and inventor of Cabinet Hero.
And I'm Dean Garrido, the co-owner and product designer of Cabinet Hero.
And as you can see here today, we are at my cabinet finishing shop in San Diego, California. And this is where I created the world's first cabinet door protector, the Cabinet Hero. That's after 25 years of being in the industry, working alongside cabinet makers and designers, seeing all the problem areas such as the sink doors and the trash pull-out doors. I was able to notice all the chipping and worn areas, and even after the strongest coatings that were put on those areas would still suffer damages. So that's when I set out to create a solution, and that's when Cabinet Hero was born.
We are very proud to have all of our products made in the United States with the highest quality standards possible. And we use our experience in the industry to thoughtfully design each protector for its intended cabinet style and thickness to ensure the proper fit and aesthetics.
And since we're a family-owned and operated business, we really want to strive to provide great customer service for you.
So if you have any questions about our products, please give us a call, send us an email, or leave a post on our community forum, and we would be happy to answer them.
Thank you so much for your interest in Cabinet Hero. We are your cabinet door protectors.